AI agents are easily one of the most interesting things happening in AI right now. They're already answering customer messages, booking meetings, planning trips, running entire workflows for people. And the amount of energy and money and interest pouring into this space is genuinely wild. But if I ask you right now, what is an AI agent? How does it work? Most of you would freeze. You've heard the term 100 times maybe. You kind of know what it does. But if I ask you to explain it to a friend, you'll struggle. It's not your fault. This space is a soup of jargons, agentic AI, LLMs, context windows, etc. etc. But the good news, none of this is as complex as it sounds. By the end of this video, you'll exactly know what an AI agent is. You will start seeing places in your own life where you could build one for yourself. Open your Gmail right now. You will see hundreds or maybe thousands of unread messages, newsletters that you had signed up for but never opened, payment reminders from a service you forgot you had taken, and some actually important emails, maybe emails from client, maybe some job opportunities, all of them buried down there together in that chaos. Let's try to solve this mess. How would we do it? Forget AI for a second. How we as a normal person without AI would like to solve our messy inbox. Gmail actually has a feature just for this problem. They let you set up rules. You can write things like, if the subject of the email has the word invoice, label the email as finance. If the subject has the word job opportunity, label the email as career. You write the rules once, Gmail follows it forever. No thinking required. And this works. For the obvious stuff, it works very well, but it has problems as well. Just imagine that a random spammy email which has job opportunity in the subject line, it will get labeled as career. Congrats. In your career label, you have some random spammy emails sitting with the real job offers. The deeper issue is these rules, they do not understand your email. They can just do some matching, maybe match the sender name, match some specific phrases, match the email, but they don't really understand what the email is about. Though in the pre-AI era, this is how millions of people used to manage their emails. It used to work, and then something changed. Around late 2022, when ChatGPT happened, when Claude happened, something fundamentally shifted in what computers could do. For the first times, machines could understand text so well. I want you to sit with that for a second because it might sound small, but it isn't. For decades, if you wanted a machine to do something with a text, you literally had to tell it to look for some word, then do something. It could only match phrases. It could not actually understand the real meaning of that text. But now, with ChatGPT and Claude, you can give it any email written by anyone, written in any style, and it can understand what the email is about. It can understand whether this is urgent or can be done later. It can understand whether this is a compliment or a complaint. It can understand whether it's a real bill or a phishing attempt. And I'm guessing this is where most of you guys are. You do use these tools to understand your emails, to draft a quick reply. Most of the people do. But everyone started to notice a couple of problems now. One, nothing is actually automated. You are the one who'll still go to the inbox, take that email, reach for your AI, tell it what to do. It's a smart assistant for sure, but it's an assistant that only works when you go to its office and brief it. The moment you stop, it stops. The second problem is sometimes it might waste more of your time. Maybe the reply was simple. Maybe it was a couple of lines. You could have done it in 30 seconds. Instead, you chose to go to ChatGPT. It gave you a couple of options. Now you are tweaking. Congrats. You spent 20 minutes on a 2-line reply. Both the problems boil down to the same thing. You are in the loop for every decision. The AI is powerful, but it is sitting in another tab waiting for you to bring it work. What if we could set up things differently? What if the AI could go to the inbox itself, read the emails, understand which one needs a reply to them itself without you doing anything? Just imagine, one day you open your Gmail, the meetings are confirmed, the newsletters are archived, the job opportunities have a polite reply asking the right follow-ups, the invoices have been flagged and added to your to-do list. Only the important stuff that actually needed your judgment is sitting there waiting for you. Wouldn't that change everything? I know most of you would be thinking that this sounds too good to be true. It's not. We'll build it right now on the board, piece by piece, and then you'll see that it's much simpler than you'd expect. Okay. So we first have Gmail. Any email that comes here goes to some system, not us. Some system that we will build and forget about. By the way, this part is very easy. Gmail does give you a feature where if any new email comes on your account, you can forward it to any system that you have built. What's inside the system? Well, AI, obviously. We need something in our system which can understand text. But here's the thing. Remember, we do not want to get involved in every decision making. That's why the AI already needs to know what to do. So we will give it a prompt. A prompt that we won't write every time. We'll give it once to the AI and forget about it. So this will be the first component that we would need, a prompt. This prompt would say something like, you are an email agent for Yash. Figure out what the email is, label it as a category. If it's a job email, draft a reply for that. Something like that. It would be much, much longer. But the point is, you will write it once properly, put it here and forget about it. Now let's go a level deeper. Say the email is about a job opportunity. The AI has to reply, but to draft a proper reply, the AI needs to know things about you. Your resume, your experience level, what salary are you expecting, right? It doesn't have that data. What we can do is we can stuff all of that into the prompt, but that gets messy real fast. And there's a problem with these AI systems. If the prompt is very big, it'll cost you a bomb. What we need is the data. Every data which is relevant to the emails sitting somewhere. The AI would only fetch the relevant data from here with respect to what the email is about. By the way, this is exactly what a RAG system does. I have a video on it. The link would be in the description. But for now, don't worry, you can watch that later. Just understand that AI can fetch relevant data with respect to what the email is about. So if the email is about job opportunity, it can fetch the data which is related to your resume and everything that is required. So now the AI has read your email. AI knows what to do because it has the prompt. AI has the relevant data. It will draft a perfect reply. But the next problem, it can draft the perfect reply, but it doesn't know how to send an email. And that's a little problem with AI. It can think, it can write text, but it can't really go out in the real world and do anything. So we give that ability separately. We build a function, literally a piece of code, whose only job is to send an email. And we tell our AI that you have access to this function whenever you're ready with the draft. Use this function and send the email. Now the AI can act in the real world. It can use these functions and you can give it a ton of functions. Maybe you can give it a function to archive an email. Maybe you can give it a function to add something to your calendar. Whatever functions you give your AI, it can use those. Whatever you haven't given, it can't use those things. By the way, there's a name for these functions, what people use in the real world today. These functions are actually known as tools. But one more thing, and this is the most important thing, so listen to it carefully. Imagine a recruiter sent you an email. Your AI replied to the email asking about the salary range. Next day, the recruiter sends another email. This email goes to your AI. It has all of these things, but it doesn't remember the first email. Do you get it? This email, the second email that the recruiter has sent, basically they are telling you the salary range. This AI would get confused. Why are they suddenly telling me about the salary range? Because it doesn't remember the first email it had sent. Did you get it? This is very important. How will we solve it? We will solve it by giving AI final piece of the puzzle, memory, so that it remembers all the conversations that it has done till now, so that it can figure out whether I have spoken to this person before and then build context on it and then reply. All right then, let's take a step back. Let's see what we have built. We have built a system where if an email comes to you, it goes to your system where there's an AI. It already has the prompt. It knows exactly what to do. It has the relevant data it needs to fetch to perform its duties. It has a set of tools as well so that it can do things in the real life. It also has memory, so that it doesn't start from scratch every time. It knows the past context. This thing, congratulations guys, is known as an AI agent. That's it. That's the whole thing. It has a brain, it has data, it has tools, it has memory. If you have understood this whole example properly, you exactly know what is an AI agent. You didn't need a definition, you just needed a problem to solve. And listen, I'm not telling you all of this from a textbook. I run a company known as DM Scale AI, where we build exactly these types of AI agents for brand owners, D2C founders, and content creators. We build AI agents and we put it in their WhatsApps and Instagrams. When a brand gets a DM at 2 a.m. in the night asking if the product is in stock, they don't have to wait till morning to get a reply. The AI checks the inventory, drafts a reply, sends it back at the same time, sale closed. A content creator should not focus on being a sales agent. They should just focus on creating content. Our AI agents take care of the money. A content creator gets tons of messages, most of them trash, but some of them brand collabs worth real money. Our agents figure out what is important, flags the content creator whenever he or she is required. And that's it. That's the video. If this helped you, please drop a like. It will genuinely help the channel. And a question for the comments. What is the first task in your life that you would want to hand off to an AI agent? Please put it into the comments section. That might shape up my next video. And subscribe, because this is just the start. In the next video, I would be implementing this same design so that you will actually have an AI agent who's reading your inboxes and replying. And after that, we go deeper. Multi-agent systems, specialized agents working together. But one video at a time. See you in the next one.